Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back and today I'm going to be doing a review of the 110 pocket film from Lomography, and I picked this 3-pack from Amazon for about $19, so a pretty good deal for a 3-pack of 110 film. And in case you're wondering, yes, they do still make 110 film. A lot of us grew up playing and shooting around with this kind of photography or compact film photography technique. And as far as I know, Lomography I think is the only one or one of the few companies that still makes 110 film. So I actually wanted to try it out. Again, it's been many decades since I shot 110 film. And I picked it up on Amazon. I got a really good deal for $19. I don't know if you can see it there, but right here there is an expiration date. And it does say May of 2019, so I still have about 6 more months to use this film, or the 3-pack of film. So we're gonna go ahead and do a test and review of this type of film. As you can see, it comes in with 3 packs of the 110 film, and a lot of it is gonna be like I said before, about nostalgia aspect of it. It's if you have shot with 110 film before, you will know that it's not the best quality of film photography compared to the 35mm, for example. But still fun to do if you're still interested in playing around with different formats of instant photography, or I'm sorry, with film photography. You will want to play around with this one, especially if the price is not too much. It's only $19 for a 3-pack. This should be fun to play around with, and especially for the nostalgia aspect of it. So yeah, here's the cassette with the film, and it does say ISO 200 color negative Tiger. So it does have some kind of, I guess they increased the saturation in the film for this one. I'm not sure exactly. There's different kinds of film that you can get from Lomography. You can get the black and white. This one is the Tiger one. And there's another one that has lower saturation, I think. But I wanted to play around with this one and see what kind of results I get. 24 exposures in each of these ones. And I'm going to go ahead and try it out. And for that, I'm going to bring this camera. Now, I did not have this camera from before. I just picked it up recently, a few weeks ago, from the thrift store. And I guess this is going to be almost like an episode of will it work, because I actually don't know if this camera will work. This is a 110 film camera, Vivitar. This is a 23mm lens, as you can see right there, 1.4. This is the Vivitar 602. Now, I do not know very much about this camera because I have not used it before. But the good thing about the 110 cameras is that they usually are pretty quick or pretty easy to use. They're aimed for people that are just getting started into photography. Yeah, very simple to use. It just has your trigger right there in the top. This is your on and off button for your flash. As you can see, if you turn it on, you can hear the flash charging. Let's turn it off for now at least. And here, right in this door right here, is where you will put in your film. And most 110 cameras work like that. They usually have like a rewind or a wheel right here, so you can forward your film. This one, in this case, is a little bit different. It has this kind of mechanism right here that advances the film, so you can advance your film. And yeah, we'll try it out with this Vivitar camera. Hopefully it will work. I did test out if the flash works, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that if the flash works, that the camera will also work, but we will find out together. If not, then I'll just, well, waste a full roll of film, but we'll find out. So what you do is you put in your film right there, load it, and yeah, you should be able to start shooting. Alright, so I'm back after shooting for a few days the 110 film. And it took about 5 days to get it developed at my local lab, which I was very happy to hear that, that my lab still develops or works with 110 film, because a lot of labs don't do it anymore. And I was also happy to realize that my old Vivitar 602 that I found at the thrift store actually works really well. I had no problems with this one, super easy to use, but everything worked well. The flash and the trigger, everything worked well in this old Vivitar 602. So yeah, here are some of the pictures that I took using the 110 film from Lomography. And I'm going to show you some of the results that I got from using this film. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some scans from some of these pictures too, in case you want to see it in more detail. One more thing that I wanted to show you is that I actually forgot, I didn't remember that the 110 film, when it comes back to you from the lab, actually comes in a little roll like this. I don't know if that's normal or not, but it came like that from my lab. And alright, these are some of the pictures that I got using the Lomography 110 film. And again, I was very happy with the results. And I will say the same thing that I said at the beginning of the video. Don't expect high quality pictures from the 110 film. As you can see, the negatives are very small, much smaller compared to the 35mm or larger formats. So don't expect high quality pictures. And this first one came in a little bit out of focus, but I was still happy to first of all to know that the camera still worked, and that the colors over here were really good as well. A little bit on the high saturation, but I think that's the whole point of the Lomography Tiger film. It saturates a little bit of the colors. And here's another one that I took outside of the studio. I was really happy with this one. Actually the details on this one were really good. The contrast was really good, very good on a sunny day with the big shadows. So I was very happy with how this one turned out. Again, this one a little bit on the focus was a little bit off on this one, but I think my camera, or this Vitar 602, might have fixed focus. So I think that may be the reason on that one, but it might depend on your camera. You might be able to control the focus on that one on your own cameras. And here's the picture that I took outside, and some waterfalls. And as you can see, this one did end up a lot darker than I expected. This is in the full, right on the day. But I think we may have had like a lot of clouds in this day. Ended up a lot darker than I thought. So this definitely to use on a bright sunny day like on this one. I love the way that this one turned out with the high saturation, high contrast. It worked really well. It's really fun to use it for nature photography, especially on a bright sunny day on this one. I really like this one too, with the sun in the background and the trees casting a little bit of a shadow too. I love how it also has a little bit of red on the grass or in the trees. And this one doesn't have much color on this one, but I like the fact that it's very similar to reality on this one. So I was very happy with this one too. Seeing more pictures of nature. Very dark. This is an example of a very dark photo that I took. I think it was later on the day, on a cloudy day, and I think it was not enough sun to expose it correctly. So since this is at least a very fully automatic camera, you gotta be careful when you shoot 110 film, because you really don't have that much control over the exposure, unless you're shooting with the flash, which you could have also done. Here's a picture of some street photography, which really gives that a feeling of nostalgia on this picture, especially on this one, because of the colors and the whole feeling that it gives you from shooting analog photography, especially 110 film. Here's another example with the high saturation colors outside. And I wanted to show you this one because it shows a lot of the contrast between the bright sunny day, or a cloudy day I guess on the top, and a lot of it's still giving you a lot of detail here on the shadows of the houses. I thought that was a really interesting example as well. So I was very surprised on the performance of this 110 film from Lomography. It was fun to shoot. Again, the nostalgia aspect is really key on this one. But the results were not as bad as I really expected from the 110 film. So I was very happy on shooting this one. It was fun. I give it a 5-star review on this one. Great job from the guys at Lomography for keeping 110 film alive. Thank you for watching, and see you later.